Hi, LinkedIn. Me again. so, well, if anybody that's been following the page has seen that we've been doing some of our introducing some of our partner companies. So today is all about CTC. In CTC, we've got a relationship in place with PFE that are based down south, and PFE are the main distributor for CTC products in the UK. And I'll let Andrew tell you about his products in a minute, but basically what these guys do is they provide sensors, and the sensor technology that they've got is fantastic. So we are trying to make sure, obviously, we're still independent and we'll still obviously offer people other sensors, but anytime someone's looking for a wired sensor at the minute, we're more than happy to put the CTC product forward. Andrew and his team they give a lifetime warranty and guarantee on the cables of their sensors, and I've had the pleasure of trying to break one. You remember the first time we met, Andrew, and I says, "Well, that's fine. Give me one, I'll try and break it." And
I do.
yeah, and you were happy enough to give me one, and I tried to break it, and I didn't. So that's saying something. So yeah. So really, the floor's going to be yours, Andrew. It's a chance for you to tell the our LinkedIn followers and the people who follow the business all about CTC, what you guys do, and then we'll just see where the conversation goes from there.
Thank you, Jamie, and thank you for having me on. It has been great to see all the different content that you've been rolling out. And yes, reflecting on the first time we met, it was my first time in Scotland, and you gave me a very, very warm welcome that I've not forgotten to this day. And I do remember, yes, you were very adamant about trying to break the products, and I said, "Let's do it." So we sent some stuff over as soon as I got back from the trip, and the rest is kind of history. But in terms of CTC and about our company, what we do, how we started, we are a family-owned and operated company for the past 27 years, and it was both my mom and dad who founded the company together. So I know, Jamie, you had the opportunity to meet my dad at Main Tech this past year. If he was on this call introducing CTC, he probably would be telling everybody that I said a few times accelerometers are boring, or that I wouldn't work for him in the future, and I've been at the company now for 6 years. And our warranty, it's an unconditional lifetime warranty. So that was something that was launched when my parents first started building products, which was not accelerometers, it was actually cables. And it was my mom's idea. She loves to tell everybody that my dad thought it was a terrible idea. And we've had that warranty for the entire life of the company. So for whatever reason, if it breaks, even if that's intentional or you cut a cable, we replace that free of charge. Now, we have a very large product line. We actually have three product lines underneath the main company name. So the legacy line would be the CTC product line, and that has all of your accelerometers. We've gotten ourselves into ultrasound outputs, 4 to 20, different cabling, box options, mounting hardware. We've had a big launch with our Pro proximity probe system line, which has seen dramatic growth, and we're opening up a new facility for shortly here. And those are for turbo analysis or monitoring sleeve bearings and stuff like that. And then we also have our TNP line, which is the newest to our product portfolio, and that is sensors tailored more towards the research and development market.
No, no, brilliant. And the one of the big things for me, Andrew, I mean, I'm all about customer service, right? So customer is king. Not always right, but they're king. Uh, and the for me, the level of service that you and obviously Jake gave us was a big part of our kind of decision in saying, "Do you know what, we're happy to try and tell the world about CTC and the product line, because it's okay selling somebody something, it's okay providing a product, but it's the backup and the support behind that makes the big difference." And obviously, the fact that one, you were happy to let me try and break something, but two, the fact that that sensor was with us within a few days of you being back. I mean, I know you, as soon as you get back home, you got it in a box and sent it over to us. And also, I know that you flew all over the world delivering lastminute.com sensors and accelerometers and products to people because they've been stuck. So that's the type of businesses that we want to work with. People that are companies that are putting the client first, and then everything else just works itself out. So we are really happy with everything that's happened since the relationship started. And obviously Jake being there, Jake's fantastic as well. So Jake's going to get his own video. So you're both getting your own video, your own limelight. Um, but yeah, the other thing for us, so see the likes of the proximity probe side of things. Obviously, I'm meeting the guys next week, but tell me more about that. How did that all develop?
Yeah, sure. And thank you for that, Jamie. That was a big portion of our meeting too, was the relationship is first and customer service. And that was really what helped strengthen our relationship together. And that's our entire goal. And that's why we travel all the time too. So right now I'm talking to you from Asuncion, Paraguay, and we're building new relationships because it matters to us to connect with people in person so that we know who we're dealing with. And they know who they are dealing with as well too. In terms of the proximity probe, so that line launched about 15 years ago. And what we've really tried to do with our hardware products is to advance our products from either current products that are in the field or add additional offerings that help make those products either easier to use or bring a bigger benefit to the user utilizing them on a daily basis. So when those probes were first launched and our current models today, one of the leading benefits that we have would be the isolated BNC output on the driver, or also known as a proximeter. And that isolated BNC allows you to have an in-field voltage output, which allows you to gap the probes much easier. Now, other ways in which we have advanced the design to be more robust, because that's what we are all about with all of our crazy warranties, is all of our probes come IP68 rated. So while that's typically not an off-the-shelf offering, that is a part of the standard CTC units. And then lastly, because the proximity probes are really a more critical piece of equipment for monitoring certain applications, people typically need those very quickly. So our standard lead time on all those probes are 15 business days, and we can typically get out hundreds upon hundreds of those within that standard lead time. And we can even expedite it too, because at the end of the day, what we want to do is deliver for the critical needs, and those being critical products, that's very important.
Yeah, yeah. Most people that have got a proximity probe system, they've not just got lots of them sitting on the shelf. So it's usually when it breaks, they need it quickly. And you know yourself, with most of these systems, they're on turbines and generators and most of the time very large critical bits of rotating equipment. So and they're usually always put into their DCS system, where if this fails, the machine trips, and getting it back up and running is not the easiest. So no, I think there's definitely a huge market for that. Obviously, we are heavily involved in the oil and gas industry, petrochem industry, and the power gen industry, all of which have, well, eh, systems by A and other, should we say, which a lot of these clients, and this is one of the things that when we first spoke about proximity probes, I've been dealing with proximity probe systems for years, and I didn't know there was any other options apart from the main dealer of them, should we say. So being able to open that up as an alternative to clients, I'm hoping that it'll be very good. And the feedback that I've had from clients that have got the CTC probe is that it's just as good, if not better. So that's trying to take away a legacy of it's only one company that can do this and giving them an option. So I think it's a great business and a great strategy which you've done, and the investment that you've put into that product line.
Thank you, Jamie. And it's funny that you say that too, because most of the time when we meet with people and we tell them that we have proximity probes, their first reply is, "I did not know that you manufacture those. That's great. We've been looking for an alternative." So a lot of the time it's just communicating to people and showing them the different options that you have. And my entire role is to be in charge of the sales for CTC globally. But the way that we handle that sale is really not, hey, buy our products. It's these are the options. What are you having a problem with? How can we help? And from that, we always try to find a way to either advance the product, or if it's quick delivery along with the customer service, so that at the end of the day, they find benefit in working with us just like we do too.
No, and I think the way that he's approaching life, never mind just business, but life and business is fantastic. And again, it's just so aligned with how we work, the transparency, the honesty, the 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 innovation, the dedication. So all the way that you run your business aligns so well with the values that we have within ours, and that's why I think it will be the start of something great.
It is definitely going to be the start of something great. And, with you being in Scotland too, you have a lot of those proximity probe users in your backyard as well, but also for the other lines. And since we've been working together, we've had nothing but a great business partnership and a great friendship too. So I know that's exactly what Ailsa delivers to their customers as well. And that's why we've seen you grow so much in the short period of time that we've known you.
Yeah. Well, we've not really went out there. We're because we are kind of solutions based and trying to just find the right solution for our clients. We've not really been selling many sensors, should we say? There's been a fair bit of interest in the wireless side, and it's just at the moment trying to find the right solutions for the clients. So I can see going forward that the CTC product could be the right fit for clients. In fact, will be the right fit for clients. So um, all we can do is just tell them the options, tell them what we think is the best technical solution, technical and commercial solution, to be honest, and then see what they take on from there. So I'm quite hopeful that we'll be buying some sensors off of Jake, and Jake will be buying some sensors off of you.
And I can't wait to watch your video coming out with Jake shortly too.
All right. Well, there's nothing more from me. I think you've gave a great reflection of your business, what you guys do, and how you approach the world. And for me, I would kind of advocate any of the people that follow the page or anybody that's actually taking the time to watch this to have a look at the CTC website. Because I think the website's fantastic and the amount of products that you guys have got is phenomenal. For me, that's the guy that's not a vibration expert. I got a bit bamboozled with it all, to be fair, because there's just so many. But for Kane and Kyle and the guys that know a lot more than I do, they get excited every time they see it. So it's obviously doing good for both. Obviously, your mere mortal like myself, and those guys that are experts in their field who obviously think the products are fantastic.
Well, thank you, Jamie, for allowing me to come on and introduce CTC to everybody who's watching. And definitely look forward to answering any questions or having any conversations with anyone that inquires with you about some of our products too.
Brilliant. Well, thanks again, and you enjoy Paraguay, and I'll enjoy. I was going to say sunny Scotland, but unfortunately, it's been raining all day.
Well, enjoy rainy Scotland.
Right. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Thank you, Jamie.